Shenanigans. Sunday. It's time. It is time. My co-host is back. He's done vacationing. I'm a trooper. I got a little stomach bug going on. It's been a rough hour and a half, but I'm here. I did not want to let you guys down. VR is in the back. We're about to kick this party off. Join us. Let's have some fun. And let's do what we do best. Let's get wild.
Are you ready?
Who bets on the Jets? Have you not learned anything about betting?
The Jets are going to come back!
No, they're not! They're never going to come back! They're never going to come back!
Long story short, the Jets are going to the Super Bowl. That's a promise!
Place your bets now, people!
Who do you want to win?
The goddamn Jets.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Oh, it's not stopping. It's not stopping. The toots are still occurring. All right. I'm out of it. If you notice, my hands are empty. There's nothing here. I got a little bit of a stomach bug going on, and there's no way I'm throwing 22 ounces of coffee into my stomach right now. So if I look a little dopier than usual, I apologize. But I'm gonna come through like a champ for you guys. But I'm not gonna do it alone. Shout out to Johnny Boy and Mr. Bonesy for filling in the last 2 weeks. I appreciate their efforts, their time, their contributions. But I am a creature of habit, and I am very happy to announce the return of T.O., Uncle VR. What's up, brother?
What is going on? Yo, let me just tell everybody out there, this man right here, MVP for coming on.
Jordan flu game.
Exactly.
Right, I don't even know it.
They don't know. Exactly. You do not know. Let me first of all say I want to wish everyone a great weekend. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend and a great Sunday. But Sunday night is Shenanigans. And we're gonna have a great time tonight. I missed you, buddy.
Missed you too.
Cheers. I missed you. Had some vacation. I also want to shout out Johnny Boy. Great job that he did filling in.
Don't push it. Don't go too overboard.
And the MVP six man off the bench, Mr. Bonesy. I mean, awesome job. He did great. Shout out and salute to him as well. They held up the Shenanigans. They did us proud.
They did.
And while I was on vacation, I got to see Johnny Boy. I got to see him in Virginia Beach, and I got to see the birth of his child at Addison. And it was a wonderful. Well, I wasn't in the room with the catcher's mitt or anything like that, but
okay.
I was there. I went to the hospital. I got to meet the baby. I got to, see the baby, meet the baby and everything. Beautiful little girl. And just wanted to shout that out. That was a wonderful experience. My wife and my son got to meet the baby as well. And
awesome.
Yeah, it was really nice. So awesome. That was the highlight of the trip, vacationing. And I just wanted to mention that and, say God's blessings for the baby and stuff like that. So, and while he was going through all that, he actually filled in and did a great job. So
he did. I think that was before the birth. They went in.
Yeah,
that
yeah, it
week.
was before.
He filled
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the first day, and then
Yeah,
later
but
that
you know
week.
how it is. It's anxiety and everything that you're preparing. You're making sure that the bag is ready. You're making sure that the routes are ready. All that stuff that fatherhood brings. So yeah, it was an awesome time.
I'll tell you a quick story before we say hello to everybody. When my son was born, I was physically assaulted in the hospital.
Oh,
I left from work at 10:30 in the morning. She calls me and says, like, all right, I'm leaving the doctor. The doctor says, let's go. We're going now. They're going to take him out. She had preeclampsia. So they took him out at his due date was like October 11th. They took him out September 17th. So she tried pushing all day. Now I'm at the hospital. I left work before lunch. I'm at the hospital all day. I'm like a panic. I'm a nervous wreck. And it's like 7:50. And the hospital cafeteria closes at like 8:15. They shut down the grill. I'm like, I'm gonna go get a bite to eat because she wasn't dilated yet. I shoot downstairs. I get myself double bacon cheeseburger, fries. I need to hold on for the night. I'm gonna be here. It's gonna be a haul.
yep.
I go to sit down and eat, and the cafeteria is like, no, you can't eat here. You gotta go. I'm like, all right, can I get a container to go? I'll just bring it up to the room. I walk into the room. She's like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, oh, I wanted to get something to eat. They don't allow you to eat down there. And she's like, oh, you brought a burger up into the room when I can't eat? And I'm like,
Oh no.
she goes, so now I can't even eat. I haven't eaten all day. And now the room's going to smell like a bacon cheeseburger for the rest of the night. She's like, brilliant, Nick. Fucking brilliant. She goes, come here. Come here. Let me give you a hug. I'm sorry I yelled at you. As I walk over to give a hug, dumb me, I go to lean in for the hug, and she grabs the metal bedpan and cracks me upside of the fucking head with it.
Oh wow.
So,
And here I'm thinking you just getting like a nipple pinch or something like that. No, you got the bedpan.
I got cracked upside the head. It was
Wow.
solid. The nurse chuckled. I'll never forget. The nurse was Linda. Chuckled like crazy. But let's say hello to everybody before we get 300 messages deep. Stack is in the house. David
Stack.
D is here.
David D.
That might be me if I throw up. I got the bucket next to me. Jordan flu game is in effect. Jeff Malillo dropping some emojis from the channel. Mark Ferraro is here. What's up, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch? Richard Todd is here. Tio is in the house. Hope you have a great Sunday. Sunday is for Shenanigans. This is where we get wild. Rough weekend. 3 Siblings is here.
My God.
Greg Rollo's in the house. You the man, Greg. You the man. We're here to see what you got to say, brother. Exactly. Addison is here, taking a break from the Discord group chat. Clancy, Jaden, and Sarah. They've been in the proud New York Jet fan Discord.
He's on my hug list. He's on my hug list
all day.
My hug list
all day. So if you're looking to have conversation, make sure you become a member of the channel, join, or maybe someone will gift you a membership and then get on Discord. Boop.
Yeah, and chat with all our fine members of the Shiners. Yeah,
and you keep the conversation going around the clock. Sarah's on the other side of the world. These guys are on the West Coast. Some people,
West
Rick,
Coast, yeah, yep.
It's a never-ending conversation in there. Bobby's in there all the time.
Some are on the East Coast, and they're just insomniacs.
Yes, yes. I've been in there late a couple nights. I come in from work, I take my nap, but Clancy's here, Sarah's here. Good morning, Monday, work week to you. Start, I guess. I don't even know how to say. I'm changing this. I don't like me that zoomed in.
Shenanigans down under.
I feel like I'm too busy trying to keep my head centered when
I'm
right.
OCD.
Yeah. If I'm here when I'm talking, I'm mad. I have to be here, and I shift. I can't do it. I can't. I need mobility. I'm like a new generation quarterback. I'm mobile. In the chair mobility, though. That's it.
There you go.
Let's see who we got. Infrared is here. Oh, I'm going to scan quickly because I know we are far into the show already. Addison Clancy, boom. Hank G. David D again with his Penguins. Nate's here. I'm looking. Zachary Berner's in the house. Hawk is here. Boo. What's up, Hawk? Yeti's here. Let's catch up. Mess is here. James Thompson's in the house. GVH is here. What's up, brother? Wild Wave's in the house. Wild Wave. I don't like getting that deep into the welcome before I say your name. I don't know what you were doing on Sunday, but you need to get you need to get in the chat a little faster. Uh-oh. I hope his power didn't go out. He's got a crazy storm down there in Florida. Peter's here. He's in the Discord group as well. He's a night owl. Boba Jet is here. I'm watching you from here in Puerto Rico. You are better looking from way out here. No Diddy. Let's go, Jets. No Diddy intended. I will take the compliment on my looks, however it happens, however it occurs. I will not ever be associated with the Boston Red Sox, David. Stop it. Stop it now. Addison, GBH, Yeti, Hank, Hawk. I'm looking for everyone. Jeff, hang on. Scott Foster's in the house. What's up, Scott? Patty Grimes, the resident Detroit Lion fan. Sean McAteer, my son from the other side of the room. What up, dog? Representing. Don't hit my light, you idiot. Jaden's here. Who else we got? We got Tom Ace. Welcome, sir. Cuca Lake Jet fan. 3 siblings. I think I said you already, but you know what? You're commenting so much and you're so active, Jay. You get another shout out. Oh, we got action in the chat. Let me get that open. I'm way behind, guys. I do not feel well. I apologize. I don't have my coffee. I am not functioning like I normally would. Come on. What are we doing here? Am I on? Why won't this work? What's going on today? Why is everything acting weird? All right. That's not working. This is not working. All right, hold on a second, guys. Tio had a brownout. He should be rebooting. All right, let's check this in the chat. Sorry, Addison. It's amateur hour here. I'm not a high-functioning human being without coffee, and I'm trying to pass multitask, triple task right now. Addison gifted 3 siblings. Jay, you get to enjoy your stay in the Discord chat. David D, Patty Grimes, Roger F, and Paul Klein, all courtesy of Addison. Thank you, Addison. You're a good man. I don't know why everybody talks poorly about you, but you are a very, very good man.
Sorry about that, my friend.
No worries.
You know, I told you
over in the yeah, I made reference to it as soon as you dropped.
Perfect.
So let me see. Addison, you're the man. Thank you for gifting those memberships. To those, I know 3 siblings you're already in. To the others who received it, first off, thank Addison. Secondly, follow the instructions on the bottom. Yeah, Clancy, I didn't know. My cell phone froze and I couldn't open the YouTube on my phone, so I didn't know if the if my internet dropped and I was on the outside looking in, just talking to nobody. So thank you. Sorry, Nate. Thank you for typing that, man. Thanks, buddy. I'm just catching up. I'm way behind in the chat.
We're having some storms. We're having some storms. You're having some storms. It's
I got a tornado ripping through my belly right now.
You got those kind of storms going on.
I deal. At least if the power goes out, I have a reason.
Yeah.
This is worse. But thank you, Addison. You're the man, bro. You're the man. Addison basically become the resident Discord chat group talk
group chat master. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. A lot of people staying engaged, and that's what it's all about, right? Like when I started this, you know, it was in the baby stages in March when the memberships first started, and now you're starting to see the group get bigger, more participants, and you're getting your perk. You're getting your $4.99 a month, right? You're getting conversation with other fans that doesn't stop. You're getting access to Sarah around the clock to talk to her. She's been in there a lot lately, so shout out to her. And you're getting, you know, I pop in whenever I can. I've had my son here with me Thursday, so I try to pop in, just say hello, and shout everybody out. Last night I had a cigar after the boy went to bed. It was like midnight. I went outside for like an hour and was on with everyone. So
and
it's a cool little thing to see grow.
One of the things going on too, more and more, is the voice chat and the video chat in there. So everybody is in there just kind of chopping it up and talking, you know, everything under the sun. And it's a you know, private place that you can talk, as opposed to, you know, talking on YouTube and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. That's a nice element. Having like-minded
I didn't
people.
expect that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And Addison is he's the person. He's like the admin of the voice chat, video chat in there these days. So
he is. He's cool. What do they call it at the hotel? The concierge.
The concierge, yes.
He's the concierge in there. They'll shoot a message to the group and be like, "It's on chat lobby right now." So I'm feeling good today. Not really internally, but when I see other people gifting memberships, you know, I do this out of my own pocket. Like I want to give back. When I see people gifting 5, I'll gift 1 to match it. You know, I'll take out of my own pocket and just contribute to you guys. And David Hall, there you go. David Hall, whose comment I think was on screen saying, "Come on, September." There you go. I just gifted you a membership, David. If you are on Discord, hop in there. Consigliere?
Welcome to the family.
Wait, Tom, isn't the consigliere in the mafia? Isn't the concierge in the hotel?
In the hotel.
It's not that. We're not that level. Right? Consigliere is what Robert Duvall was in Godfather. The concierge is what's in like a, you know, the Waldorf or Astoria, like in those like big fancy hotels.
Consequently, his name was Tom. The consigliere, his name was Tom.
Nice.
In The Godfather.
Nice.
Oh, the big fella. Coming
big
through.
Fella dropping 5 memberships himself. 2. And that's a very good purchase to Big Fella, because one of them is you. The Big Fella, Philip Hannon, John LG, Hyder Ali, and Peter Borandis. Peter Borandis? Yes, I think I'm saying that correctly. Awesome. All right, now I said it. So I'm a man of my word. I said for every 5, I'll throw one in myself. I will purchase another one right now. Big Fella, thank you. You are the man. And Big Fella, I will tell you, amongst everyone else, that the flight to Tennessee on Saturday is only $80. But the flight coming home, and mine went to New York Jets superfan. Congratulations, New York Jets superfan. You are now part of the channel. But thank you to the big fella. Let me find it. Where'd it go?
Can I say
Moving
something
fast
really
here.
quick about? Can I say something real quick about the big fella? So he was
Go ahead.
also another gentleman that I met on my trip to go see Johnny Boy, and we actually had dinner together. And I met the big fella. I met the big fella and his wife, and we all, sat and broke bread together. And man, it was like we knew each other for so many years. The conversation was flowing. Even our spouses and children, they were all together, just kind of like we were one big family. And we actually talked about that. We talked about this community. We talked about how we all come together, whether we come together here, some other shows, but we are a big Jets family. And when we come together and when we meet each other, it is like we've known each other forever.
Yeah.
Because we share that bond, because we bleed that same Jets green, we have immediately something to talk about, and it just brings everything together. So I want to shout that man out because he is a great and awesome brother, and I'm happy to have known him, and he's family for life. Big fella, you're family for life. I love you, man. Appreciate you.
I love that. That's good stuff. We need more positivity in the world. There's too much awfulness in the world.
Absolutely.
Too much awfulness in this world. Too much hate. Too much evil. So that's awesome. And you know what? Just to harp on that and add on that we've all been tortured as Jets fans. And even though we don't know one another, we know what everyone's been through. So we're kind of connected in the universe, even though we don't know it. And when we sit down and you meet one of the others and you talk to them, you kind of feel like, I experienced all of my trauma as a Jet fan with these. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like, not to compare it like on that level, but there's things that unify people. After 9/11, the country was never more unified than after 9/11, right? No one saw the hatred anymore. We were all tight. Like, it was us against the world. I think Jets fans have that it's us against the world mentality. We've been the butt of everyone's jokes in sports. So it's awesome that when even though you've seen him on air, you can do that handshake, that bro hug, and you can meet somebody and make that real life moment happen.
Yeah, and again, like you said, not to compare, but like a band of brothers. You remember that whole series, like just we go through all these things together, and we're in all different places. I'm in Daytona Beach, and some people are in New Jersey, and some people are across the America and the West Coast. But what do we have in common? What do we share together? What do we band together as? The heartache and the everything that we've gone through all these years is that. I mean, we have those things that bind our emotions together, probably more than other fan bases. If I had to suspect that,
Yeah, trauma unites people. Winning and trauma unite people. So I don't know. Addison must be doing smoky, toki, because yes, VR might bring his own sexy, but the sexy never left the show, bro. Like, you better. It was not without sexiness the last 2 weeks. Oh, excuse me. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, you can't deny that sexy beard, my friend.
I can't deny this.
You got that sexy beard you got.
So, for those of you that are ready for Jets talk, guess what? We got you covered.
We got it.
We are here. We are ready. I'm going to let you kick it off because I have some rumble in the jungle going on and I might have to get up from the seat momentarily. So,
Okay.
Very good point, Sarah. Very good point, Sarah. When is an Addison doing smoky, toki, toki? And then she throws in a LBH, lesbians be hot. I agree, Sarah. I agree. Some of the feminine ones. Sorry, I digress. But yes, let's be honest. Knob Deep coming in, the legendary Knob Deep. I had 3 Turkish coffees and I'm loose.
That'll get you loose.
Nice. Wow. I'm loose as well back there, but it's a different type of loose. No, man, I did not get movie theater food. Spent a whopping $26 for the movie, which is great. I thought that was a good deal. It was during the day, so it was the matinee price.
Matinee.
And,
okay.
But then 2 waters and a bag of Reese's Pieces for each came to another 26. And then we went across the street to Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza. Whoa, what's going on in the chat now? Allison celebrating her 1 month as a member. Hello, Allison. Welcome.
Hi, Allison.
I appreciate your support of the channel. And now we got more action coming in from Clancy. Clancy is dropping. Let's get caught up on YouTube because it does not. There we go. Let's stop right there. Stop. We got Aurora, DLB, One Jet's Arm, Nathan Shells, Flight Right 49, who's new to the channel the other day, and John B. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys are active today. And yes, true to my word, for every 5, I will drop one myself. That is the promise tonight. Tio dropped one that went to Sonny Crockett. And mine went to MJ from Jacksonville. So thank you, everybody. You guys are very excited tonight. You're happy to see VR back.
Fire tonight. I love it. Absolutely love it. Bring the energy. Let's go. Sunday night shenanigans.
It's on fire.
Fire.
Oh. Let's try to get into it. I will.
Let's go.
Don't forget, super chats, cut the line. Membership.
Absolutely.
Cut the line.
Absolutely.
I'm in
You're hurting.
trouble. My
Jordan,
head is
man.
lightheaded, nauseous, just putting the bottle of water down and coming back. Okay, so tonight's list, getting into Jets talk. We are a week and a half away from players reporting. We are 9 days, the 23rd. We 23rd. Are 9 days away from the New York Jets reporting and getting football talk. So, in the offseason, which is almost over, thank you, Jesus, we're going to have real football talk every night, every show. We might have a hangout during the week, might have just a spontaneous show where it's just laughs, non-Jet talk, hang out, have a good time. But when we're winning week after week after week, we're not going to want to stop talking about this team. Let's be real. So there's going to be a lot of Jets talk coming up. We're going to start cracking and chipping away at the off-season iceberg that's been laid out in front of us. And we're going to do a list tonight, both of us, that previews the New York Jets 2024 season. I'm going to do the top 5 sack producers this year. VR is going to do the top 5 target share on his list. So, VR, without any further ado, drop your list.
All right. So, as you mentioned, we're going to have some news. We're going to have some training camp. We're going to have some pads and some people who are going to come together, and we're going to be watching actual football. And I can't be more excited. So this list excites me because we're going to see it in person. We're going to see it, you know, when you go to school and you hear the lectures from the professor, you know, this is stuff that's in the books. This is stuff that's on paper. But now we're going to see that in action. We're going to actually go there and do it and get our hands dirty. And that's what we're going to, you know, we've been looking forward to, and that's what we're going to see. So I'm going to start off my list, and the wonderful comeback, the wonderful return of none other than Mr. Aaron Rodgers, and who he is going to be throwing the ball to the most. And the first person on my list, I think, is pretty obvious to everyone. It's Mr. Davante Adams. Oh, I'm sorry. Freudian slip. Sorry. That just came out. I apologize to everyone. Number one on my list, Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson, for the past 2 years, has had 1,000 yards receiving. And he's had 1,000 yards receiving with a bunch of tomato cans throwing the ball to him. Hot garbage coming his way. And now we've been replaying that preseason game where Aaron Rodgers threw to the corner of the end zone over and over again. And we're going to see that, which is kind of been for us a mirage, a dream amongst the dream, because we didn't see it last year. 4 plays and out. We're going to be able to see that moving forward, and all our dreams are going to come true.
Yeah.
Next year, this upcoming year, Garrett Wilson is going to have the opportunity to exceed what the talent that we've seen the last couple of years in spades. I mean, we're talking numbers that we as Jets fans have probably never seen before. What do you think about that?
I mean, I keep referencing that first drive in a preseason game was a tune-up, and he targeted Garrett 4 times on that opening drive, not quarter, not half, not game, drive. So you're going to look at numbers that are possibly 2-1 to the next guy. You think that's crazy? Go look at the 2020 and the 2021 MVP seasons of Aaron Rodgers and look at the receivers and look at the share rate. The target rate was about 160, 170 towards Davante. The second guy, I think the tight end, was second in catches. He caught 52 out of 59 for 11 touchdowns. 59 targets. Davante had over 100 more than the guy with the second most receptions on the team. I think Aaron Jones had more targets. There were guys sprinkled in. There was a pack of guys sprinkled in the 40 to 50 range. But it was Davante with more than the next 3 guys combined, basically. So that's what you're going to see with Garrett. You're going to see them setting him up to succeed. You're going to be setting him up to get the ball time and time again. And Rodgers knows where his bread is buttered. It's going to be getting the ball in Garrett's hands. Downfield, they're afraid of Garrett getting downfield. The first play of the opening drive last year in the preseason game was a run. Rodgers saw the cornerback 8 yards off, checked it, threw it. The running back, everybody went this way to block. Garrett was the only one who knew the ball was coming. We lost that 4 plays in 2 last year. But yeah, 100% no brainer. No one will even compete with Garrett Wilson in this category. That's why I said to VR, let's start at 1 and switch it up, because 1 is no surprise. The surprises might be in the 3, 4, 5 area. So I agree. Easy answer, right
absolutely.
at number 1. Go
Absolutely.
ahead, drop number 2.
And before I get to number 2, the other thing that I wanted to bring up with Garrett Wilson is that, I mean, I know a lot of people are clamoring for Davante Adams, but if you look at the body type, you look at the speed, I mean, Garrett Wilson can arguably be thought of as a little bit better than Davante Adams when Davante Adams was at the same place that Garrett Wilson was. I mean, when he came out in the combine, his Garrett Wilson is a 4.4 speed, 4.4 speed. Davante was 4.57, and that was like a kind of a little bit of a mark against him, and that's why he went to the second round. So that being said, Aaron Rodgers having a talent like Garrett Wilson that we're going to see full throat is going to be absolutely stupendous, wonderful, marvelous. And we're going to be treated. I mean, this is going to be a treat. Absolutely. All right. So
who you got next?
Greg Rollo, Rodgers, 34 touchdowns and 5 picks. I like that. That sounds great. Second on my list. And my list may surprise some people, but I'm going to explain as I go through, and you'll have, some info and feedback as well as I go through it. The second person on my list is none other than Breece Hall. The reason why
Good call. Go on.
The reason why I have Breece Hall is I think that at the end of last year, something as he got, had more confidence from the injury. I mean, moving forward, really started to plant his steps in every phase of his running. You started seeing something unlocked in Breece Hall, convincing the offensive coordinator to utilize him from the backfield. And if you look at Aaron Rodgers' career, he utilizes the short passing game. He utilizes the running backs, Aaron Jones. I mean, they catch passes. Breece Hall can catch passes. In his career so far, he has 76 receptions. Again, I go back to tomato cans throwing the ball at him. Offensive coordinators realizing, oh, I have a running back that can catch the ball out of the backfield all of a sudden. All these detriments to Breece Hall not catching the ball is going to reverse itself once Aaron Rodgers comes as the quarterback of the New York Jets. And we're going to utilize his catching ability, his speed out the backfield. We're going to be running a lot of Texas routes for him. It's going Breece Hall, his reception level is going to increase, I think, double than his career average, the career average and career totals of 76 in the last 2 years.
Yeah, and that goes along with more third down conversions, longer drives, more opportunities, right? From weeks 12 to 18 last year, Breece Hall was the number 1 fantasy running back in football with the worst offensive line and the worst quarterback play in football. So
absolutely.
I'm looking forward to, let's be real. I'm not saying this as a Jet fan. I'm saying this also as someone who is an avid fantasy football player. I got 4 leagues that I'm in. I'm looking at possibly the number 1 fantasy player this year and the offensive player of the year. I'm looking at a guy who might end up with over 20 overall touchdowns. I'm looking at a guy who might have 100 catches. I'm looking at a guy who could run for 1,500 yards. I'm looking for a guy who might catch for 1,000 also. I'm looking at a guy we may be about to witness and enjoy every rep of Breece Hall being the best offensive player in football. And I don't say that as a Jet fan. I say that as somebody who watches and appreciates Christian McCaffrey and knows what he's capable of.
Yes, absolutely. And his style.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Allison, I see your super chat, and I appreciate you doing that. I just don't want to put it up and be divisive on the show. I will say I agree that there's some things I don't agree with our country, but I appreciate the super chat, but please keep all super chats either New York Jet related or making fun of me losing my toe. Those are all acceptable super chat categories. Mocking me is fine. It's part of the channel.
Absolutely.
It's what we do here.
Yeah.
But
yeah. We appreciate you, Allison. But
don't want to get into that. I have too much to say, and I do not want to crack that egg open. But I greatly appreciate you donating to the channel. But please keep it all football related or making fun of Nick going forward.
Yeah, because there's plenty of things that you can make fun of Nick about. So
yeah,
you can be here all day. You can be here all day. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. See, look, here we go. You know what? No, Bernard, you don't get your comment up because it's not a super chat. You want to make fun of me and get it on the screen? Super chat that shit, dude.
Super chat. There you go. Exactly.
But
cut the line by
whenever anyone takes money out of their pocket, I am appreciative of it. Like I said, I just don't want to crack that egg. I don't want to open up that can of worms and then divide the chat. I love the community here. I love how close knit everyone is, as we spoke about earlier. And I debated opening up the show today and doing a little monologue about what happened yesterday in the state of America, but I decided against it. So, but
yeah, and this is our getaway from reality. This is our move away from the politics and the the work and the environment and the hatred and everything that's going on. We come here to be a family, to love our community and talk sports and
make fun of me.
Yeah, and make fun of Nick and feel free to make fun of me as well. I'm sure there's plenty of things you can say about me as well. I can take it.
Yeah. But I do appreciate your contribution. Thank you. Back to Breece. Yeah, he's gonna be elite. He's gonna be tremendous to watch.
Yeah, and he's gonna, I mean, you were talking about fantasy. He's running right now. His ADP is like between 4 and 8, in the first round and 12 team drafts.
I think
and
that's
stuff
too
like
low.
That. And that's low. I mean, like, he's been recognized by, pretty much all of the sports community as the number 2 running back in the league behind CMC. And I think that Nick gets us to toe the line.
That's good.
Absolutely.
That's the content that's the contributions we're looking for here. Sometimes just gotta tip the hat and say, you know what, that's worth the non-super chat making fun of the toe to get on there. So Greg, well played, sir. Well played. To me, that's $100 super chat worthy comment. That's very, very well done. But all right, who you got third?
All right, so moving, like I said, you may agree, you may disagree with the direction I'm going with this list, but one of the things that I'm doing with this list is looking at the tendencies of Aaron Rodgers in the past while he was with Green Bay, and The next person on my list that I think is going to get the lion's share of the target share is none other than tight end Tyler Conklin.
Agreed.
And that may be a surprise to some people because, obviously we signed a good wide receiver. We have other wide receivers that he's, targeted in the past at Green Bay. But I think that Tyler Conklin is like a underrated kind of superstar in the waiting. I mean, with the right quarterback, which this year he will have in Aaron Rodgers, I think that he could replicate and exceed the numbers that he started to have with Kirk Cousins in the Minnesota Vikings before he came to the Jets. And I remember that, speaking of fantasy, I remember that very, very well because I picked up Tyler Conklin that year where he just kind of broke out. And he took me to a fantasy championship.
Excuse me, I have to intervene 1 second. Knob, I want to take the time to read this comment. No, I don't, because Rick Kent just gifted 5 more memberships. Rick, your
my man,
is impeccable, my friend. Your timing is impeccable, and I thank you for gifting the 5. They went to Harry W., Jets fan 2405, Vino, Robert D., and JC Jets. You are all now shiners, courtesy of the great Rick Kent, one of the West Avengers. And being true to my word, Rick, to follow you up, for every 5 that are gifted, I will purchase one myself tonight out of my own thinning pocket with as much as you guys are popping out tonight. You guys are awesome. And Eminon, the Undertaker, Eminon, and VR, look at you. I just got back to StreamYard. Now I'm back. VR, very good purchase. Gifted to some guy called Jake. Some guy. Jake Asmund, who was very kind and gracious enough to invite me on to co-host yesterday, and had an absolute blast. Loved talking ball with him, and reaching out and talking to all you guys as well. That was a really, really fun day. So that
if I can give the goat, that is a great night. Shenanigans has begun. Let's go.
They are very, very far underway. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. Thank you, good sir. Very kind of you to say that. We are. You know what? Let me see where we are at in terms of an emoji.
Rocking and rolling.
We lost a lot. We had like a 40 membership show in June, and all 40 of those just expired like yesterday. So we had a big drop. So we have 17,
we're counting. We're getting there.
We're at 26 so far today. Awesome. Let me check the app and see where we are.
So if my math serves me correctly, we only need 14 more.
No, that's just to get back to where we were. We already were a little behind the next level.
Okay.
38 short. We're 38 short of our next one.
Okay.
We're 38 short as of now. And
I think we could do it tonight.
I
think we could do it tonight.
That would be amazing. Let's do it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 more expiring Tuesday. So, look at that. And, I'm trying to add that to the screen. I'm in the wrong spot.
You're in the wrong place.
And Rick renewed his membership. So, awesome, Rick. Thank
Rick
you.
is the man.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Oh, the toe jokes are just running wild right now. You know what? If this is the place that you guys need to come and you guys need to feel better about the world, and I'm the reason you feel better and you laugh and you smile,
And you
I will
smile.
wear that hat proudly. Thank you. Thank you, Rick.
Absolutely.
Thank you, VR. And thank you everyone else who's gifted today. Addison, Big Fella, Clancy, VR, Rick, VR. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are awesome. And now for all of you who have that membership and might be like, hey, what do I do with that? What does that mean? What exclusive club do I get? Follow the instructions scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Create a Discord account.
Yep.
Friend me at Proud NYJ Fan. No spaces. I gotta do it different every time. That's just how. That's why I typed it to put on the bottom. Was I was running out of ways to say no spaces. And hit me up, friend me, and we'll add you to the group. And like I said, it's starting to really grow. It's starting to be fantastic.
Really quick,
the block content.
The big fella asked how you do in poker. I'm curious as well.
I finished 5th out of 10.
Okay.
5th out of 10. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, 5th out of 10. Didn't place, but it was a replacement game in terms of standings because it's not just a game, it's a year-long league. So I didn't make the previous month. So I got my 0 scrubbed, and then I got the points for 5th place for this week.
Okay.
So I know what you guys are thinking. It would have been perfect if he finished 9th out of 10 to match his toes. I got jokes too, guys. Shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I wasn't thinking that. I mean, or
you know
maybe
what?
I was.
I see BMAC just said this, and very quickly with the events in the world, some things got overshadowed.
Yeah.
Big part. I'm 45. You're a couple years older than me, so
yeah.
3 prominent figures from my youth passed away within the last 36 hours. Dr. Ruth, who was on every show telling you how to do everything in the bedroom or other places. Richard Simmons, who was teaching you how to get fit so you can do all the things that Dr. Ruth was encouraging you to do. Exactly. And then Shannon Doherty, the female who you wanted to do all of those things with. So 3 prominent people from my youth all passed away. And God bless them. Cancer sucks. You know, Dr. Ruth lived to 96. God bless her. And Jake popping in to say thank you, VR.
Thank you for all the content and the stuff. The hardest working man in sports business, Jake Asman. I've always said that from day one. He's the man. Salute you. You give it to us every day, twice a day, which is awesome.
No Diddy. Also a no Diddy who needs to follow that up. No Diddy. No Diddy. But Jake, thank you for watching. And I mentioned it earlier. Honored to be asked to co-host and guest host with you yesterday. That was awesome. And we're in the talks. We're gonna get Jake on for one of these Sunday shows now that you're back. And we'll have some fun with him on a Sunday night coming up shortly. So stay tuned for that.
Awesome.
And that'll be a big milestone moment on the channel here. That's one of those YouTube Jet fan bucket list moments that I'm looking forward to. And
absolutely.
I texted Jake the other day. Me and my son went to the mall, and at Woodbridge Center they had a Sbarro, and I take a picture in front of it.
So awesome.
I didn't know there was one in Woodbridge Center. I thought those were just like New York City dumps. I mean, elite eating establishments. Oh,
well,
Allison.
Oh, Allison.
Thank you, Allison. God bless you. Talking about receivers, but I think upgrade in speed and faster. I agree with that. Adams is slowing down, and Garrett Wilson is upgrade in speed. Nothing to say bad about the receivers. I I
That's
agree,
the point I
Allison.
made.
If,
Yeah.
our wide receiver group complements one another. Mike Williams can't do what Garrett Wilson can do. Garrett Wilson can't do what Malachi Corley can do. Nobody wants to do what Alan Lazard does, which is nothing. You could bring in Brownlee. You can bring in Gibson, who everyone brings their own specific skill set. And I always said the best wide receiver cores are the ones that you don't have to blanket cover. And what I mean by that is he does this. Oh, that guy does the same thing. That's an easy stop. When you're trying to
Right.
figure out how do we stop this guy when he does this? All right, we have to double over here. But yeah, if we don't double this guy, his speed can get past us. But we have to physically double him because he's just a monster. There's so many different elements to what this wide receiver room brings. Walker and Tune were speedsters. Cribette
Yep.
and Keyshawn were polar opposites. And in my opinion, the best tandem that we had because they were so different and so unique. And they were two different type of scouting and defensive attack approach. So,
Yeah,
Allison,
right.
thank you for the super chat. And yes, Rob, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Jacoby Jones, who had nothing to do with my sexual dialogue of Dr. Ruth, Richard Simmons, and Shannon Doherty. So, yes, Sports World took a hit as well this morning.
Yeah, I remember him. He was young too, 40 years old when he passed away, and
I didn't hear why. Was it tragic? Was it sickness? Was it just
I didn't know. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear anything about the actual cause of death, but
okay? I mean, neither.
Just the news. Yeah.
So, Allison, thank you for the super chat. You are
Thank you,
very
Allison.
awesome, very generous, amazing.
Did you have any feedback about my number 3 pick in the tight end?
I think a lot of people agreed. I'll be honest with you, the chat is chatty.
On
the
fire.
comments are flying in so fast that everything's getting buried. I'm going back up to look. I didn't see any disputes. Put it that way.
Okay. I mean, I just think with Tyler Conklin, he's going to be somebody that, with Aaron Rodgers as a force multiplier for all of our receivers, and what I've seen with him and Kirk Cousins in the past, I think that is going to be a better situation for him. And he's talented. I mean, you've seen stretches where he just kind of like he gets open. He knows the spots to go to and get open. And he knows how to run that seam really good. So
yes.
I think that talent.
Myself, I was on Jake's Saturday show, not today.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Forgive me.
Yes.
It's Bobby. Thank you for watching. Time is flying by so fast. The days are blurring together, and your shows never end. So I'm having trouble differentiating what day is what, Bob. So thank you for watching, and thank you for correcting me. And most importantly, everybody, wherever you are around the world right now, let's collectively give a golf clap to Bobby for typing and not complaining about it. Thank you, Baba.
Bobby.
Thank you, Bob. Yes, Jake. He holds everyone accountable. If you make a mistake, Bobby shall strike down with great vengeance and furious anger. And that's just the fingers hitting the keyboard.
That reminds me of Pulp Fiction.
Yes, of course. So to recap VR's list right now of the target share, number 1, Garrett Wilson, number 2, Breece Hall, number 3, Conklin. So I'm in complete unison. I'm glad we didn't do a list because they would be identical up to now. Let's see.
Up to now, possibly. So my number 4 is going to be a little bit different than probably some people are thinking. But I mean, this is one that you have to kind of have faith in. happening.
Can I guess? Can we do it? All right, go ahead. Build it up,
Yeah,
but don't.
It's someone that has had a career already. It's someone that we've looked from afar and maybe have coveted in the past, and it's someone that enjoys our sandwiches. Would you
All right, come on. What do you think?
gander a guess at that?
No, you think I'm 6 years old? My God. Alan Lazard. All right, go ahead. Next.
Mike Williams.
Yeah.
And Mike Williams, his career speaks for himself. About the only mark on him is his injury history. But when Mike Williams is right, he is a speedster. He is 6'3", 6'4". He is he's actually your prototypical X receiver. But the role that he's going to be playing for us is going to be whatever we want him to play. He could be that bookend to Garrett Wilson, running, seams down the field. But he could also, go down the middle and catch the ball like a tight end. He is also going to be the wide receiver in the end zone that we haven't had for a while. That 6'3", 6'4" red zone target. So when we look at this season and we look at somebody that Aaron Rodgers is going to target in the end zone, Mike Williams is going to be that one that is going to catch his eye. He's going to, he's going to start. So he's going to be that wide receiver too.
Yeah.
And I can see him catching, certain games where Aaron Rodgers is just getting comfortable with him, a drive where he gets like 6 receptions for, 60, 70 yards.
He'll have a monster game. He will drop a 9-catch, 180-yard, 2-touchdown game. He will have a game where he just exploits the mismatch, and Rodgers just keeps feeding him, right? That's the unique part of this cast of weapons that we have, is that they will exploit the mismatch, and they will keep going to it. There might be a game where Conklin and Rucker combine for 12, 15 catches between the two of them. There might be a game where the running backs have a dozen catches between them. Garrett might do that on the regular. But Rick, right now, VR's list is target share. Who will lead the team in targets? Number 1 was Garrett. Number 2 is Brees. Number 3, Conklin. Number 4, Mike Williams. And so far, I am in complete agreement with all of yours. VR, outstanding so far. This is awesome. This is why I wanted to leave number 5 for last, because this is where I thought the intriguing discussion and surprise name could pop up. So, if you are ready, give us.
I am 5 absolutely ready. So number 5 is going to be a surprise, and it's going to be a head scratcher for some, because a lot of people are probably not thinking this person, but I totally agree that this person is going to be part of that target share Aaron Rodgers route tree, so to speak. And that is none other than the Yak King, Malachi Corley. He is my number 5. And again, when I did this, listen, I thought this through. I thought of Aaron Rodgers and the way that he operates in offense in his history with the Green Bay Packers. And some of that throughout the years consisted of running back hybrids such as Ty Montgomery, and Aaron Jones, who, they would do plays where they put them out to the outside or run them from the backfield and like sneak them around and do a kind of like a end around hook where he speeds to the end zone. This gentleman if you look at his, his plays in college and things, the quarterbacks that were throwing to Malachi Corley were the equivalent of Zach Wilson. With Aaron Rodgers, I think he's going to shine. I think he's going to have an opportunity to be that hybrid H-back / wide receiver 3 slot receiver that is going to catch the ball and run people over. I mean, think of Quincy Enunwa, in our history. He reminds me of Quincy Enunwa back in that time.
Yeah.
I just think he's going to have 40 to 50 receptions this year. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, what about Alan Lazard? Alan Lazard was a favorite of Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. And, you can argue, but this is my list. This is who I think is going to shine in training camp.
Nice choice words. I like it.
And move forward into roles that are going to benefit the offense. Now, week to week, teams and the team's defenses are going to dictate game plans. So there's going to be, different people that are going to have these targets, every week. But I think there's going to be some consistency in that. And I think Malachi Corley is going to be one of those consistent people in the offense.
I like it. I'm not against it. I hope he does. That would be great, considering his style of play. And I agree with you perfectly on 1 through 4. I got a sleeper at number 5. My sleeper is Jason Brownlee. I think Brownlee takes the Alan Lazard role. I think Brownlee develops a good chemistry with Rodgers. And Rodgers, as I've said many times, has a history of developing, connecting with late round and undrafted wide receivers. Let's not forget last year when minicamp broke, he referenced Gibson, Irving, Brownlee. I just think that Brownlee could be that guy. I don't know. Like, I just have besides for the sickness I have right now, I have another feeling in my gut, and it just says Brownlee's gonna surprise people this year. And we know damn well Rodgers wants what Rodgers gets. And if Rodgers wants Brownlee in the lineup more, breaking news.
Guess what?
Breaking news. Brownlee's going to be out there more. And I know people say he has that connection with Lazard and he's played with Lazard. Lazard's never been really good. And if Rodgers sees more promise in the kid will play more. And I'm rooting for him. I root for players like that. I want to see players like that succeed. I want to see guys who fell through the cracks of the draft and the process become something. So just to be different, I'll take him.
And I love Brownlee. I think he's a talent. From what he's shown me, he's talented. Just to play a little devil's advocate, Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. The reason why he gravitated towards these undrafted free agents and late picks, as his wide receivers and stuff like that was because they didn't pick first round wide receivers for him. As much as he pined on the table saying I need some help, I need some, wide receivers, year after year, they'd pick second round, fourth round, bring undrafted wide receivers in. And he would gravitate to the one that he saw. This guy, he looks good. All right, let's give him a shot. I think they, during his time, did they ever draft a first round wide receiver for him? Devontae was a second rounder.
He's never thrown a touchdown pass to a first round wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean the pick a couple
and
of
now
years
it's
ago.
Be an argument of who's his first? Is it Garrett or is it Mike Williams?
Mike Williams, exactly. But I think Brownlee can get some shine. I think in preseason you'll see a lot of him, and he will, like, all the fans. I mean, he'll make some catches. He'll shine like Nick, and he will. Everybody will be clamoring for him, and then we'll get to the regular season, and then it'll be status quo. That's just my opinion. So
nice. I like it. It's been an eventful list. Lots of gifting, super chats going on. I'm gonna do a speed round of who my list is. Who's gonna lead the Jets in sacks this season? I'm gonna go with number one. Somebody who's been here. Someone who I always said, when he gets the outside edge presence, he's going to dominate. And I think when you have Reddick and JJ coming off the edge with Will, it's going to make quarterbacks step up into the pocket. And I think Quinnen Williams is going to lead the Jets with 15 plus sacks. I just think that he is going to have that year that we've all known he's capable of. He has such a high win rate. You're going to have to double Reddick. You're going to have to maybe double JJ. You can't also double inside with that. So that speed and Will getting upfield is going to make quarterbacks step up in the pocket. And I just think Quinnen, whose ability to beat the guard, collapse the pocket, is going to absolutely feast. I think Quinnen is the beneficiary of this elite edge group. And I just think that the way it goes is that he's the one that keeps cashing in game after game after game.
That's a good, I mean, like, that's a really, really good insight. I never thought of it that way. Like, I'm thinking almost the opposite. So I'm thinking the interior is going to push, which is going to collapse the interior of that line to give them outside movement. But that's just me. I mean, I think it could happen in the reverse as well.
Daniel? Exactly. Daniel Murphy? I agree. I want to see Quinnen. I think Quinnen has the D around him. We can cover on the back end. We have the edge rushers to get upfield. That makes quarterbacks have to step up in the pocket. And when you have an elite pass rushing defensive tackle, they're going to be stepping right up into his arms, and then they're not going to go anywhere. So I agree with you. I think Quinnen could very well lead the Jets in sacks this year. Number two, another guy who will get into double-digit sacks. I'm going to go with Hassan Reddick. I'm going to go with Reddick at number two. I think he gets to that 11-12 mark. You know what he is. You know what he does.
Exactly.
We use the rotation. We're going to use Michael Clemens in rundowns probably at edge. JJ is big in the run as well. That leaves fresh legs. And Reddick does play a high percentage of the run. I just think they'll utilize him differently, and they'll keep him fresher for those pass rushing downs because you have the bigger, bulkier guys like JJ and Clemens for the rundowns. I think Reddick just this year, this setup, this group, he's going to get his double digits like he always does. It's a given, right? So give me Reddick at 2. Give me JJ at 3, who also comes in with double-digit sacks. If you guys haven't picked up on this yet, we are leading the league in sacks. We are getting 68, which would be by far the Jet record, I think. I think the Jets got to 60 once, so 8 more sacks. I see us getting 4 games, 17 games, 68 sacks. So
did we get that record with the sack exchange, or did we get that record with the, okay?
Had to be. It had to be, right? Because Klecko had 20 the year that Gastineau had 22.
22 and a half.
And then we had the others. They came in. So Yeah, I just think that this is a year playing with a lead time and time again. Teams are going to have to pass a lot late in the game. Everything that got taken away from us last year, and this group of guys are capable of getting home. Here's where it gets fun. Number 4. I think everyone would have had those 3 in any order in the top 3.
In any order, yeah.
Number 4, I'm going to go with Will McDonald. I'm going to go with Will. I'm going to go with Will with those fresh legs late in games, 17, 20, 27-point leads, just getting some mop-up sacks this year and learning from JJ and becoming his own elite pass rusher next year in year 3. I think Will McDonald's in a perfect situation to succeed. I think that the rotation that we use for the defensive ends is going to keep him fresh, and he's going to develop into our Mariano Rivera. He's going to develop into our closer. I think Will is set to have a breakout year, and will put his stamp on the pass rush late in games. So I'll put him at 4.
Yeah, and with him, we had addition by subtraction. So we had a couple of people leave, and and Carl Lawson gone, and so now he has the opportunity. So let's see what he does with it. He's going to be that the backstop to those rushers and the defensive line and the rotation. So
yeah, number 5, you could pick from a bunch of different guys. You can pick Quincy Williams blitzing. You can pick Javon Kinlaw. I think you'd be silly, but you could pick Michael Clemens. I'm going to go with Solomon Thomas for the same reason. For the same reason I have Quinnen leading us. Solomon's good. He's stout. He's not out of position. He doesn't get bullied out of the way. And I think that he will be a benefit. It might only be 4 or 5, but I think he'll get some easy sacks where the quarterbacks are stepping up into the pocket. Quinnen's there. They step away, and then he wraps them up, I think Kinlaw, Thomas, and Clemens all have anywhere from 2 to 5. But I'll take Solly, who I think will be in there more often, getting those sacks. So,
and that's the only one that I would disagree with. I think Javon Kinlaw is one who has a history of sacking the court, getting to the quarterback, knowing what to do and getting to the quarterback. I think he's a little younger. He will have the fresher legs coming off injury. I see him being a good rotation person on third downs to sack the quarterback. He's a little faster in getting to the quarterback. I think he could get in between those A gaps. So I like Kinlaw there. But like you said, any one of those,
anywhere from 2 to 5, right? Like it's not like we're projecting a guy to get double digits. It's going to be not mop up sacks, but it's some of them. They might get 1 or 2 where it's a clean beat your guy sack. But some of those step up sacks in the pocket will be where they're at their strongest. But the most important thing, all 4 positions are covered, right? Both edges, both D tackles, backup edge. Everyone can get after the quarterback. The most exciting thing to watch as a fan for me when you're at a game is 3rd and 8, crowds going nuts, 6-point lead, 4 minutes left in the game, and your pass rush has to get home. And the energy in the crowd is electric, where you can't hear the person next to you screaming because it's so loud in there. And that, to me, I've always loved defense. I love getting that 3rd down, that 4th down stop, that eruption with the sack celebration, JJ dropping the hammer,
Quinnen
Quinnen doing his thing, right? Like, so
Yeah.
it's always fun to be the stopper. I loved coaching defense because I wanted to shut your offense down. I loved throwing up shutouts when I was a coach. You know, I challenged the kids every week, like they're not scoring on us. We had a game where the team had negative 38 yards against us. They couldn't move the ball forward. And I remember that game more than games in Disney because that was the biggest accomplishment. And I did it with the last 2 quarters being all my backups. So that was like the most gratifying game for me as a coach. I think we won 36-0 against North Plainfield, right, Nick?
Yeah, defense. I'm a defensive guy. I'm a safety all through my football career. So I wanted to say one point about Michael Clemens. I know you said, oh, if you pick Michael Clemens, that, I think that would be a mistake. But here's what I want to say about Michael Clemens. If memory serves me correctly, based on the number of defensive linemen, defensive ends we had last year, what they asked Michael Clemens to do was to gain a little bit of weight because they wanted to kick him on into the inside. He was a in the draft, he was a tweener anyway, being drafted. Didn't know if they were gonna, put him in defensive end or defensive tackle. They thought, okay, in our, defense, it would be better to put him on the inside, gain a little bit, put him on the inside. What I've always said over the last year, by doing that, they neutralized his effectiveness by taking away his speed with the weight gain. Now, from what I'm hearing, he's lost weight again. So they may be projecting him on the outside again, maybe backing up that other position, on end. That's why, they didn't re-sign JFM and, all of that. So I just low-key underrated watch on Michael Clemens this year being I'm not saying that he's going to have double-digit sacks, but what I'm saying is that he could possibly regain that confidence and be a positive reinforcement in the defensive line, in that rotation this year, where he has games that he is productive and makes a difference. Because he has the heart and everybody respects him. He does some boneheaded stuff too, but I think that's because the emotion gets the best of him. But he also fires up the team in the locker room and on the field. So I just put that out there. I think
I get all that. It's a good projection. I just also factor in he's going to be a lot of rundowns. So the pass rush opportunities might not be there for him to crack the top 5 with sacks. It's how he's utilized that'll factor in, right? He's going to move into that JFM role of that run down defensive end. So I factor that into my projection. It's not a dig at him.
Absolutely.
It's not like I don't believe in talent. It's just utilization. When I said
Absolutely.
that, like, don't pick him, I wouldn't pick him.
Absolutely.
What's up,
No,
Phenom?
I
Shout out to Phenom. Haven't seen you in a
Phenom.
minute here, man. Hope everything is well.
What's up, brother?
Hope
Vacation?
you're doing well, buddy. Welcome back. Yeah, people take their off-season breaks. Oh,
Absolutely.
Daniel, I
Glad
missed
to
this.
see you
I'm
back.
sorry. I'm totally right. Totally right. Sorry,
That's
Daniel. that I missed
Daniel.
that. Please forgive me. Please forgive me, sir. I'm off my game. This might be the first time people have watched me do a show without a cup of coffee. So I am struggling here today. I'm not gonna lie.
This is the equivalent of the flu game for Jordan.
That's
Nick
bad.
is
It's bad.
He's toughing it out, man. He's doing it for you guys, man. Let's go.
I can't even take the gallon of water and pour it into the Gatorade bottle because I didn't take the cap off the gallon of water. That's how far I am. This is the equivalent of Scottie Pippen carrying Jordan off the court right now. And I do it for you, fine ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Shout out to me for almost blowing a 35-7 lead yesterday to my son in Madden. Final score is 42-34. I went and I'm sit on the edge of the bed player, and when I got up, I went over into lean on the bed, kick your feet up mode, and just hope the time would run out. And I just started throwing interception after interception. I'm so conservative. We played 8-minute quarters. I'll put a 6-minute drive together in Madden. Even with hurry up, I'll check. I'll audible my routes. And I was just like, oh, time will run out. And then I threw a pick 6 on like the first play of a drive. Yeah, he and then last night I was like tired, and we played, and I was off. I was completely off. He had my number, and we're tied at 1.
That's awesome that you play with your kid, and you guys have fun with that or whatever. Have that father-son bonding over Madden. That is just super awesome. Speaking of which, bringing up Madden, I'm glad you brought that up. Are we finished with this segment? Going on to the next.
Come on.
We still got a little bit of time here.
Hit it, brother.
All right. Everybody knows this is the part of the show where we do a little thing we call word association. I am actually going to change it up a little bit. Instead of word association, this is going to be the New York Jets training camp Madden version of ratings association. So since you brought up Madden, and I know that you're a Madden player, and we have Madden players in our chat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to name a New York Jets player, and you're going to tell me what you think their Madden rating is. And we're just going to go through the list. Would you like to start off with offense or defense?
I have a question. What I would rate them, or what they're actually rated?
No, what you would rate them.
What they're rated? Okay.
You're going to project what they're rated, and then we'll have a little fun with the chat, and the chat can kind of put up what their ratings are for each of the players that I mentioned, and then I will give you the actual rating based on the Madden 24 kind of. It's not dropped yet, like concretely, but there's lists out there that show the actual what the rating will be.
All right. Go ahead, hit me with it.
Would you like to start off on offense or defense, sir?
Throw whoever. Alternate.
All right.
Whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna start off with top of the list. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
Should be a 92. But since he didn't play last year, and the injury and his age and the doubts and the fact that now with online mode, players can increase week to week with their performance, I say he's probably an 85.
Okay, that would be an actual good guess in regards to the rating. His rating is actually 83.
83. All right.
83.
Hey, cheat code. I know you know all these. If you know the actual answer, son, don't comment it right away.
Don't comment.
Is a Madden cheat code.
All right. Do you want me to
I
alternate on offense and defense, or
that's fine. That's fine.
Brees Hall?
I think he should be a 90, but he's never rushed for 1,000 yards. Madden rewards those. I say Brees is about an 84. Talent-wise, he's a top 5 back in the league in terms of skill sets, which is what equals the rating, right? In terms of his speed, agility, break tackles, catching the ball, all of the things that they
Exactly.
rate on, he should be a top 5. But I would say he's probably around an 85.
You are very, very close. Brees Hall is 84. I see a lot of people in the chat are very close. A lot of people are off. I see Clancy put a 94 for that one. And I have a couple of people who are saying 89 and a couple of 87s.
Yeah.
You would think with, kind of the gameplay that he's had that we've seen, on talent alone, I think that he has the opportunity to increase that as the season goes along. And I'm pretty sure he'll get to 90 this year.
Oh, he'll be at 95 by November 1st.
Absolutely.
When he's got a dozen touchdowns and 1,000 yards by the end of October.
Oh yeah, he's gonna do like his uncle Roger Craig. He's gonna have one of those seasons, 1,000. Definitely before it's said and done. Shall we go to the next?
Yeah, hit it. Who you got?
Garrett Wilson, none other. In the chat, let's go.
Again, talent-wise, should be a 93. But I feel that Madden won't reward him because he hasn't had the great quarterback play. And I'm going to say he's probably around an 80. I'm going to say 84.
Okay.
I'd be shocked. I don't think the Madden rewarded the Jets because I think they don't want to. Number one, it gets you promotion when you shit on the Jets. So I'll say 84, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's higher.
This one, gets me upset the most because he's had 2,000-yard seasons and he's been like lights out. He hasn't been injured, so he's shown out. He's been consistent, shown out like all of that time of those 2 years. But he's rated very close. He's rated at a 85. 85.
All right. Again, room for growth. When he's got 1,000 yards by the second game in November, and he's on pace for 1,800, they're gonna be like, holy shit! Time to bloop 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 +2. Bloop, 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 bloop. That's basically what I'm getting so far out of these guys, is that you're gonna see as they start to explode on the scene, and we're putting up actual offensive statistics. They're gonna get rewarded.
Now, the reason why this gets me upset with Garrett Wilson has to do with the next name that I'm going to give you on offense.
Okay.
And that's Mike Williams.
Oh, it's probably close. That's why you're upset. It's probably like an 83.
Mike Williams, everyone. What do you think? Throw that in the chat. I'm curious because I know we got a lot of Madden people, players.
I think it's close. I think it's so close that it's aggravating.
I see like a really big discrepancy. I see like somebody said 79, others are saying 90.
80,
this one to me surprised me when I saw it.
What do you got?
And 87.
So they have. You're not getting this year's Madden.
It's like a biased like a Jets bias going on with that. I mean, like,
yes. Going into the classics.
NFL 2K, yeah.
That's so good.
I mean, Tecmo. Somebody mentioned Tecmo Bowl. I mean, that was my jam back in the day.
So good.
Let's switch gears a little bit to go on defense. Go right into it. Let's go to the top dog, Sauce Gardner.
96. Two All-Pros.
I'm just kind of waiting for the people in the chat to like kind of, catch up with that and go through it. Somebody said should be 99. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. 99. I would love, that dude is the best. Very close. 96. 96.
All right. I'll take that.
How about Quinnen Williams?
Not an All-Pro last year. 91.
Quinnen Williams. What say you, chat?
Give me 91 on Quinnen.
91 on Quinnen?
I think that's fair. He didn't have a huge statistical season last year, but I think his attributes are good.
I see a lot of people in the chat kind of right around that area. Quinnen Williams, 94.
All right.
So I think some people in the chat had it correct. Quinnen does get a lot of the, at least in my opinion, he does get a lot of the fanfare outside of just the New York Jets fandom for his play. He's been arguably top 3 defensive tackle in the NFL, recognized in the NFL and all the, pundits for about 2 to 3 years, I'd say. So they did good by Quinnen. I think, he's going to raise that up. How about a name that we haven't mentioned all night, CJ Mosley?
I'd be shocked if he's in the 90s. I'll go 89.
89?
I'll go 89, just out of the 90s. He's made a couple All-Pros. He's made some Pro Bowls. I think Madden rewards players for longevity before the fall.
Oh, somebody came in a 78. Whoa. A lot of people coming in low on CJ. Few high, but CJ Mosley, 88.
All right.
88.
Okay. It's respectable.
I mean, that's acceptable. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I think he's still top of his game. He's respected around the league. He does. He has a lot of tackles. Hassan Reddick.
4 straight years of double-digit sacks.
This one surprised me. Hassan Reddick, everyone. What do you guys think?
4 straight years of double-digit sacks should be rewarded. I'm looking away from the chat side. I'm going to say 91.
I got a lot of 90s. I got maybe one person in the 80s. Hassan Reddick, 86.
Really? A little shocking.
That's what I said.
I mean, he gets
I thought
home.
that was a little low. That was a little low.
All right.
Somebody who's been in the yeah, of course. Somebody who's been in the news, the counterpart to Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed. I wanted to say that one because he's been in the news. He's up for re-signing.
87.
Say it again.
87.
87. Now
Doesn't
this
have-
is where I'd like to see the chat respond,
I might be
because
too
that
high.
tells
be
you
too
like
high.
kind of where we're thinking about him.
I might be too high. I'm gonna go 85. He doesn't have size. He's not a great tackler. He's more of a technique guy, which doesn't equate well to a video game. I'm gonna go down to 83. Actually, I'm gonna drop it again.
Okay. I 80s has been around. The median here, from what I've seen, is roughly about 85 as the average. And that would be correct. He is at 84. 84.
Yeah, he doesn't have the outstanding attributes. Both of our corners, neither one of them are ball hawks. And then Reed doesn't have the size, the speed, So the more I started thinking about it in terms of a video game, I started dropping the number more and more. And I think somebody said, I think Beth Page, Chris, what's up, Chris? Sauce goes out and gets 6-7 interceptions this year. He's a 99. He enters the 99 club. If he's got 3 straight years of All-Pro and he gets 6-7 interceptions this year, does it in big moments on national television, picks off Josh Allen for a pick 6 in a big key moment, and to like ice the game, you're going to see not only the Jets go win a Super Bowl, but you'll have Sauce as the 99 from the Jets.
You want to do a few more?
I was going to open it up to callers who maybe haven't been on in a while. I saw Phenom in the chat. I saw Sean McAteer.
Let's do it.
I do not want to go past 11 o'clock. So if you are one of the regular callers who call in, let me see if we get some out of the blue callers, or, less common callers, and go from there. Because I do not want to go past 11 o'clock. I do not have the energy for it. And, the regular caller ins, we'll do another night this week where we hang out.
Absolutely.
So please,
if you just joined us, this is Nick's flu game. He is battling some issues physically, and he's toughing it through it. Soldier, salute.
I don't have the energy.
Absolutely. So
I don't have the energy. Oh, first up, a man who's wearing a shirt that oh man, come on, Phenom. Man, I was so excited to see you. Let me get this off of you, sir.
Excited to see me.
All right. Well, wait. Let me digress. Who is it?
Is it Bronny?
Magic.
Oh.
All right. He's my number 2 player of all time. No, leave it.
Look, man.
Let's go.
I'm pro Magic. Magic's my number 2 player of all time.
Okay, then. So we can agree to disagree. All right. This is not politics. Anyway, that being said, great show, guys.
Thank you, buddy.
Your list is on point, VR. I'm with you, man. This season has so much promise. You guys didn't even name my guy, who's my number 5th choice, is Gibson. I think Gibson could do some damage. He can't be a forgotten thought because he was a spark in the offense last year. He did some big things. That kickoff return in the first game, after we lose Aaron Rodgers, is huge, man. Normally, the history with the Jets, we lose that game, man, because our heads are gone after, that major injury. But they played and they played well through it. And so, but like you said, Conklin, what a big year he could have, man. What a huge year he could have. And so I'm excited, man. But the list was on point. The Garrett Wilson, definitely. But my question was to you guys, do you think he gets close to the single season record, which is 1,500 yards and 14 touchdowns and 109 receptions? That's the question. Like, is, I mean, Aaron, if he does that, this team is probably, hopefully we're hosting the playoff game and Kansas City's coming to us. You know, that's what I'm thinking.
That's big. Nick, do you mind if I answer first? Go ahead. So I think that he'll get close. I don't think he'll get the record. And the reason why is because I think that they're going to be doing a ball control offense where they're going to be running the ball. I mean, you don't get a bunch of Mogwali's up front and you know what I mean, and Tyron Smith and Moses and John Simpson up there not to run the ball. So I think they're going to be doing a lot of running, ball control. And they're going to get their catches, but I think it's going to be a lot of inside out game.
I would definitely agree with that because they need to have a balanced attack. If we have the balanced attack where you don't know where the punch is coming from, this offense is going to be ridiculous. So, Sean, I'd like to hear what your take, man. I haven't never seen you this silent before because you got a good partner now. So you normally was used to running your mouth. So let me hear your voice, man.
Nick.
I'm sorry. I'm dealing with the trolls trying to pop in.
Oh, no. I'm just messing with you.
I'm booting people. I'm doing production behind the scenes, booting the trolls who popped in as soon as the chat came on. The link came in. You got to hit me with the question. I had like 8 trolls pop in instantaneously, one after the other. Hit me with the question again.
What did you think about what VR said about Garrett Wilson maybe breaking the 1,500-yard mark?
I think it happens. I think that the target share that he's going to get, his ability to get the yards after the catch. Oh, hold on one second. Interrupt the news here. Basically, he's going to be force-fed the ball, and I think he's so great with the ball in his hands, and Rodgers getting him the ball on time to produce. I think he's just going to be phenomenal, and I think that all the New York Jet records fall this year. I think that the passing yardage and touchdown fall. I think that the receiving receptions, yards, and touchdowns all fall, and I think that total touchdowns fall from Brees. Okay. I think running back receptions fall. I think you're going to see an absolute display from this offense like we've never seen before. But real quick, I want to thank Mess for dropping 5 more gifted memberships. Thank you, sir. Guys. I appreciate you. And those went to Beth Page Chris, Project Prospect, Dom C, Rob V, Mr. Roberts. Oh, Rob V is a comment. Forgive me. Mr. Roberts, Tony Alexio, and Shog Dog. And not to be outdone, Uncle VR came in with Who Dat Dude and me. He gifted his membership. And now.
Good stuff.
I love the names. Some of them are just, strictly Jet names. And to stay true to my word, Mess gifted another 5. I'm going to drop another one. As promised, for every 5, I'll gift one. But Mess, thank you so much, man. You didn't have to do that.
Good stuff.
Absolutely.
And
good show tonight, guys.
Phenom, we miss you, brother. Brother.
I don't give you nothing, boy. What's up, boy? Yeah, remember that? What's up? Sorry,
brother Phenom, miss you, man. We see you calling on all the shows, man, and love your takes. I think this is the first time I've had you on the show since I've been on the show, hosting. But love your takes, you know what I mean? Like when you come on, it's always popping, you know what I'm saying? So definitely salute.
No doubt. Same thing to you, brother. Right back at you. I'm rubbing your glue. Whatever bounces on me sticks on to you. But it's all good. It's all good. Nick, you're doing big things, man. I'm always proud of you, man. Keep on doing your thing, man. Hopefully we cross paths in real life, in the real world. No, I'm going to Vegas for the first week, and I'm going to Tennessee on my way back and catching the Jets in Tennessee, and then I'm going to the Jake Asman game. But hopefully We'll meet
I'm at
during the
Jake's game.
season.
Me and my son will be at Jake's
Okay,
game,
yeah.
so we'll meet there definitely.
October.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool, man. But great takes tonight. This is like let me say something about fantasy football real quick because
Go ahead.
I did do a draft early in June, which I never do, but I did it anyway, and I got Breece Hall, and I was trying to get Garrett. That's going to be a hard take to get them both in the first round.
It is.
But you could get one of the two and then get Conklin, so that would be good. Even if Conklin's your second tight end, that would work well. But
nice surprise tight end to get, right? That sleeper tight end that not everyone else is up on.
I could see him having 50 catches. If Conklin has 50 catches in this offense, along with the rest of it's going to be bananas, man. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
It really is. But like you said, we run the football, especially after Thanksgiving. When we're going to be running the football, they have a balanced attack. But if we have after Thanksgiving, when the weather gets cold and we are able to run the football, watch out, NFL, because you're going to get punched in your face.
That's where Breece is going to be catching out of the backfield.
Sure.
And Conklin is going to be getting his catches in the cold because they're going to be going to the short pass. They're going to be going to up and outs and button hooks and slants down the middle. That's where all that happens. That's where the West Coast offense thrives.
Sure.
So yeah, definitely.
And then Braylon Allen, this kid is going to do something in the second half of the season, man. It's going to get it. Look. We can't sleep on Buffalo or Miami or any of our division opponents. We can't sleep on them. We can't. I don't want to be paper champions, man. I want to be real champions. I want the division. We want division first, and then everything else after that.
Yep.
But division. Let's take care of the division first.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Agreed. That's the first step, right? Win division, get home field, win the AFC, win it all.
Yeah.
Party like it's 1969.
Yeah. We want Kansas City coming to us. We don't want to go to Kansas City. We don't want that. Sure. What will we do? We want to be in that game. Don't get me wrong. I would take it both ways. But ideally, I want Kansas City to have to travel to New York. And then maybe that we get a sunspot. And maybe he serves up some interceptions.
Have we ever hosted an AFC championship game? Have we ever in our history?
No, the Oakland game, if you consider the Oakland game, the AFL championship game, we hosted that game. That game,
right? But not the AFC, the AFC championship as currently
hosted the game. Yes, the answer is yes. Not AFC, AFL.
Yeah,
this will be our first. This will be our first. If
we're the only team that has won a Super Bowl without winning the AFC championship ever. Because it didn't happen.
We were a league. We were AFL champs. We're two-time champs that year.
I understand. But we've never won the AFC championship because it didn't come into existence after our Super Bowl. So it's one of those weird trivia
questions. It's semantics.
Yeah. I just saw that the other day. The New York Jets are the only team that have won a Super Bowl but didn't win a conference championship.
Oh, God, please. I've been playing a violin, man. Come on. So, but technically, okay, Bobby, Nick Midnight. Okay, Nick Midnight. Okay.
I'm just being accurate. Absolutely. That's all. I want to make sure that
historical for accuracy purposes.
But
my
all right,
pleasure.
Phenom, it's great seeing you. Can't wait to meet you at the home opener.
My pleasure, guys.
I apologize. I meant no disrespect.
Absolutely.
I found out it was the Magic Johnson jersey. So kudos to you. Yeah. That's my guy.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Love you, brother.
I forgive you, Nick.
Thank you.
Later, VR. Take care.
Be good.
Take care, brother. Peace.
Next up, B-Mac.
B-Mac.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, brother?
What's going on? VR, welcome back, man.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Mr. Santa Claus, man.
I'm not
You gotta
letting
tug
you
on the
sit
beard
on my
when
lap.
he says that.
I am not letting you sit on my lap.
It's a compliment. You know what I mean? Santa Claus is for the kids. It's for the, it's for the Christmas spirits. You know what I mean?
Hey, B-Mac, I called you out when I was going through my list. Did I make you proud? Was there anything that I said that was inaccurate about Aaron Rodgers and the way that he's operated over the period of time in Green Bay with his wide receivers and running backs and stuff like that?
Yeah. Look. What he did in Green Bay, that was in the, I mean, we don't really know what his relationship, well, from his teammates, it seems like, he treated him great. But, and then, like, we're not in the locker room. Like, I kind of hate this notion that us fans, we think we know what's going on in the locker room. We really don't. That's up to the play, just the players. Those are the only ones that's in there. The coaches, they know what's going on in there. But look, I think if I did like your list, I know people are kind of hating on Lazard, but I really think Lazard is gonna shock some people this year. I really think so. I just think that
I'd be shocked
last
if
year
he's on
maybe.
the active roster. I'll be shocked if he's on the active roster week 1.
No. I don't blame you. Look, like he has been a total disappointment. Like, I don't like the fact that before games he was kicking the soccer ball which he should be fond of a jug machine working on his hands.
Did he do that in Green Bay? Or is that a new thing here? Did he do that in Green Bay?
I don't think he did that in Green Bay. I don't think I ever saw him before a game kicking a soccer ball. You know what I mean? I think in Green Bay he was just ready to go, ready. He was out there running routes before games, out there playing catch with Rodgers, getting his doing his warm-ups and stuff. So no, and then last year, because I watch our games like closely. Before games last year, he was just out there playing around with the soccer ball. Like he didn't take it seriously. Like it's just like he was there for a payday. As soon as Rodgers went down in 4 snaps, he's like gave up. And you can see some of his body language too when you watch plays. Like it seems like he gave up on his routes. Like it seems like when the running effort wasn't there. You know what I mean? It seemed like and Zach was making some good throws, and he just wasn't there to attract the ball. So I think he just gave up and gave out once Rodgers went down, and that's not a good sign of someone who won a locker room of character, especially a championship culture team that's trying to win a championship.
The most disappointing thing about Lazard for me was giving up on his routes. Like that, all that other stuff or whatever that the soccer ball thing and all that. Like, I don't care too much about that. But giving up on your routes in the game, that is a telltale sign of giving up on your team. You know what I mean? Like I would get in players' faces on the field when I would see anyone being lackadaisical on any kind of play, giving up on a play. I played defense, I played safety, and somebody gave up on a play, I would get in their face just like I would get into, someone on the other side of the ball, who did something to any one of my teammates. So that was very disappointing. I do not like to see that, and hopefully we won't see that again this year if he stays on the team. So
yeah.
Awesome. B-Mac, thank you for calling in, bro.
All right, and then this one thing real quick. Rodgers is not gonna tolerate that. Like just because he's best friends with somebody doesn't mean he's gonna put up.
He's not best friends with Lazard. He's not best friends with Lazard. He's been teammates with Lazard. There's never been anyone being best friends with Lazard.
Yeah. Like if he sees that,
he's best friends with Devontae Adams. He's best friends with David Bakhtiari.
Jordy Nelson, James Jones, those guys, they're best friends with them. Randall Cobbs and all that, et cetera, et cetera. But I can let you know that Rodgers is not, if last year, if he did that with Rodgers would have had him out in 2 seconds because he doesn't tolerate, laziness and, Rodgers is about, is getting to work, being serious, taking jobs seriously, you know, and then when you're done with football, then you can, you know, whatever. But you know, he's, you know, he would be in your face. Like I seen Rodgers get pissed off on the field and get in his teammates' faces, and people won't call him a diva. Which we, you know, which Tom Brady and Peyton Manning they do the same thing, get in their wide receiver's face and cuss them out. So I just want to drop that too.
Absolutely. You're 100% right. He won't stand for that shit. He will call the players out. He'll throw them out of the huddle. And player accountability will be something that we see like we've never seen before. So, B-Mac,
okay, guys.
Thank you for always watching.
You are MVP caller, brother. Always appreciate
thanks,
you,
man. Thank
appreciate
you.
Have a good night.
We'll talk to you soon. All right. We're going to start wrapping up. Start dropping your what did we learns tonight in the chat. What did we learn? Now, since we have no other callers, we save the best for last. He's ready to go. He's been waiting patiently. He took a 3-hour nap. We collaborated on a song together. And I am not the only one he's collaborated with as of recent times.
What was that? What was that?
Hey, man, you miss my show some nights, and then all of a sudden, Gator drops a bunch of these things to me.
Well, I don't like that one. I didn't do that one. That one, I like that one. Will you stop playing that fart one? I don't like that one.
Can I play the whole video for one time?
No.
Just once. Let me play it one time.
Whatever. Do whatever.
One time. I won't piss you off. I won't do it more than once. Just I'll play it fully one time.
Yeah, okay.
But I will do a couple shorts first.
I look like a damn walrus with that. God damn it.
You like what?
I look like a damn walrus.
Well, Gator didn't edit you.
Yes, he did.
That's just you.
That wasn't me. I don't do those.
That wasn't you? Who was it?
Hi, VR. How you doing tonight?
What's up, my Yankee brother?
That wasn't you?
We both teams
now I have
lost
to play it
today.
again. Now I have to play it again to see if it's you.
Okay, I'm going then if you do that. Okay,
I
bye.
won't play it again. I told you. I promised you. Calm down. Don't get upset.
Nick Jr.'s going to go flop down and body slam you for that one.
He could. He could.
Well, Nick Jr., do it to me for me. Stick up for me. Hi, Nick Jr. Tell us
Nick,
hello.
get hi to Bobby.
Bye, Bobby.
All right, that's my pal. How's your son doing, VR?
He's good. Yeah, he has another play that he's doing. He's doing the Lion King Jr. On
really?
Friday and Saturday next week. So that's going to be a pleasure
I could be down there and watch that. My cat he's in that show, Nyla.
Your cat. Exactly.
Bobby.
Your cat will fit right in.
Yeah,
Bobby, will you read the super chat for me? Not super chat. Can you read this? What did we learn?
Find out who the fuck we are.
Bob, the language, Bob. You got to censor yourself. You got he's gonna find out who we are.
Okay, whatever. I just read it. It's not my fault.
Thank you. What else did we learn today? Rob, we learned Nick can magically pick who his memberships go to, aka the cheat code. I did see some people calling me LeBron because the membership I gifted went to my son.
The cheat code.
I will say this though. My son is worthy of being a member. LeBron's son is not worthy of getting NBA drafted. So I'm not as bad as LeBron.
Hey, mine went to Jake Asman tonight. So, I mean,
yeah.
He's special.
Absolutely.
I'm looking for more. What did we learn? None. No other. What did we learn? All right, then we'll get out of here quick tonight.
Where's
Boomtown.
Wait.
Drop it.
Where's Boom? Where's Booms?
Oh no, Boom waits for my cue. Boom waits for my cue. Go ahead, Boom. Drop yours. For those of you who are sitting there and saying, "Oh man, it's only 11:05. Nick's ending early. He usually goes to like midnight on Sunday." Well, we have. What do we have for them, Bobby? Breaking news.
I'm going on after I took my 3 hour
Bobby's
nap.
going on, ladies and gentlemen. The legend himself, Bobby Midnight, living
took a
up
nap
to his name.
6 to 9. So
He took a 3-hour nap, 69, right? And then what else did you do?
Took a nap.
You took a 3-hour nap, you 69, and then what?
I had dinner, chicken and rice.
Okay.
Not chicken and pasta.
No, just chicken and rice tonight. I like chicken and pasta. But it wasn't tonight.
I love
I
chicken
had
and pasta.
chicken and rice. Okay, what
For
did
those
Boom
of
tell me?
for those of you that haven't already, I am dropping the Bobby Midnight official YouTube page in the chat.
I would
If
like
you've never
to
called into a show before, and beware, Bob, the trolls are out with the link
Well, if
trying
I
to hop
see
in.
ugly faces, I'm not going to turn them up. If I don't see any faces or stupid looking people.
Don't even go by that because they could take a picture of me, put it there.
No, I know. I know
Make
what
sure
I'm
you
doing.
see the person moving and it's not just a picture of someone.
Right, definitely. Yeah, gotta do that. I really want to meet Allison in my chat. I want to say hi to her. Never met her before.
Awesome. Boomtown learned no burgers in the delivery room. This show is sexy. LBH, lesbians be hot. Yes, we all agree, Sarah. Garrett Wilson has caught passes from tomato cans. Alternate to X-Lax. Theater food. Nice. Toe jokes are the new comedy meta. Jake Asman gives it to all of us 2 times a day. North Waynfield sucks. They can move the ball. Shine equals Jordan VR equals Pippen. Phenom called you out, Nick Midnight.
Oh, he called you Midnight? You stole my name? How dare you?
I think that it's a compliment.
No,
Imitation
you
is a
stole
form
my
of
name.
flattery.
That's copyright.
I'm not taking your name. It's just it's a common thing to do. It's a compliment. It means your channel's made it, that it's getting referenced on other channels. It's a good thing. Don't get upset. You're cranky for a guy who just took a 3-hour nap.
No, I'm not cranky, but I didn't like that. Midnight.
I learned Spain won the EuroLeague today, and Colombia and Argentina is going to overtime. Okay.
No, I'm fine. I mean, not cranky. I'm great. I slept 3 hours. I had my dinner.
Nick can do a show with a loaded gun, Addison. Nick also did pop to Imodium, and yeah, I'm doing better. I learned don't join a biker gang. I'm very impressed I didn't get up. Nick is a master pincher. Nice. I am. Do we have any more? What did we learn?
Why you a master pincher for?
Because I've had a stomach bug and some diarrhea.
Oh, probably what you ate at the fruit place.
I had
no, last night. What do you have last night? Maybe that's yesterday.
I've had what I have? I just had pizza. I had a thin bread pizza with meat on it. I had meatball, sausage, pepperoni, and bacon.
It was probably
You got to
yesterday.
read Ricky New York's.
Takes 24 hours to digest food.
I know. Could have been
So
oily.
almost then
I
when
don't
you
like
eat-
it. Whenever I eat bad, I regret it.
Well, whatever you
Regret it.
ate yesterday make you sick, pal.
I know. Well, now that I took all the Imodium, you know what's going to happen?
You're gonna be pooping.
I get gassy because now it releases in other forms.
Poor kid, poor son. Wear a gas mask, Nick Jr. Wear a gas mask. It's gonna be horrible.
Oh,
For them.
yes, Jeff. Jeff learned that fart and jokes about any flatulence still funny as hell. So,
What did?
all right. I want to thank everyone. Bobby,
You
for
gotta
those of
read
you looking for
somebody
more
else's.
content,
Ricky. You
for
didn't
those of
read
you
Ricky's
looking
comment.
for more Jet content or
You didn't
Hangout
see
content,
Ricky.
head over to Bobby's channel.
You didn't see Ricky's comment. That's what VR said.
I can't see every comment. I scan looking for I learned.
I know, but Ricky's.
Oh, I missed it. You're right. I learned Madden is just as bad as eating Jets players as the mainstream media is. Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's
But they do it
that's
for
the
attention.
important one. That's a good one.
See, he
They do it for
learned.
attention.
Yeah, he learned that. All right, so I'll go. I'll see you
Yep.
later.
Go ahead. You set up your show.
You
And,
have a good
have
night's
a great
sleep.
night. I know
I
you
know
took a
you-
nap. Don't overdo it.
I know
Be
you're
smart.
going to bed. VR, you going to bed too?
Absolutely. I got work in the morning, and
I know.
school starts this week for my students, so it's
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
a rough week. Yeah.
Okay, have fun.
All right, Bobby.
Like-
Love you, man.
Later, buddy. All right, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging
Thank
out.
you.
Welcome back. We are.
You are a soldier. You are absolutely 100% Jordan flu game.
Yep. I'm going to lay down now, and I'll be sleeping before Bobby even starts the show. But thank you to everybody. Thank you to Addison, the big fella, Clancy, VR, Rick Kent, VR again, Rick Kent for joining the channel himself, Allison with her multiple super chats, Mess for gifting, Tio again. Thank you, everybody. We are getting very close to Jets football. We are getting very close to taking over the NFL. We are getting very close to enjoying the best season we have ever had. So, on behalf of VR, on behalf of myself, on behalf of all the Jets fans everywhere, looking forward to this season. Be loud, be proud, New York